Has it really been 3 years already? It feels like yesterday when Honda launched the latest generation of the HR-V back in 2023. And now, here we are in 2026, looking at its mid-cycle refresh. But here's the twist. This refresh is refreshingly not very refreshing. And honestly, that might not be such a bad thing. Welcome back to Shift Path. Today we're diving into the 2026 Honda HR-V, a subcompact SUV that proves sometimes less really is more. So grab your coffee, settle in, and let's take a closer look at what's new, or not so new, about Honda's latest update to the HR-V. First off, let's talk expectations. Typically, a mid-cycle refresh means some visual tweaks, a few new features, and hopefully, improvements where it matters most: powertrain, tech, maybe even fuel economy. But in Honda's case, the 2026 HR-V got a refresh so subtle, you might miss it if you blink. So what exactly changed? Honda claims the HR-V has refreshed exterior and interior styling details. That's what the press release says anyway. But dig a little deeper, and you'll realize we're talking about mostly cosmetic updates. For starters, all trims now get new wheels. Exciting, right? The Sport model keeps its 18-inch rims, while the EXL steps up from 17-inch wheels to 18s. As well, the LX still gets smaller wheels, but hey, they're new. Honda also slapped on a gloss black badge on the Sport trim. Because, well, black badges are sporty, I guess. And there are two new colors to spice things up a bit: Solar Reflection Metallic, which is a fancy way of saying gray, and Boost Blue Pearl, a more eye-catching electric shade of blue. If you're tired of the standard grayscale SUV lineup on the road, this blue might just be your vibe. Now here's one change that actually feels meaningful. Tinted rear glass is now standard on the LX trim. Previously, you had to opt for the Sport or EXL to get that feature. It's a small upgrade, but a nice touch for folks who don't want to spring for the higher trims. Inside the cabin, Honda made a few updates that make daily driving a little more pleasant. The biggest win? All HR-V trims now come standard with the 9-inch infotainment screen. If you remember, the LX and Sport used to be stuck with a 7-inch unit that felt a bit behind the times. Now, everyone gets the same big screen treatment. Along with the larger screen, wireless Apple CarPlay and Android Auto are standard across the board, as is a wireless charging pad. These were previously reserved for the EXL, but now even base-level HR-V buyers can enjoy them. That's a solid upgrade, no question. So what's left to justify the EXL's higher price tag? Well, that top-tier trim still gives you leather, seats, silver accents on the steering wheel, illuminated footwells, and something called dynamic climate control lighting. That means your temperature dials change color depending on the setting. It's a small touch, but adds a bit of modern flair to the interior. But here's the real kicker: no powertrain changes. That's right. The same 2.0-liter four-cylinder engine carries over unchanged. It's a bit of a letdown, especially considering how slow this engine is. Let's be real. The HR-V is not a quick vehicle. It's fine for city driving and light highway use. But if you were hoping for more zip or a hybrid option like the Civic got last year, well, prepare to be disappointed. And we're not just nitpicking here. The Civic's hybrid powertrain is excellent. It delivers better performance and better fuel economy. Many expected Honda to swap that into the HR-V for 2026. But nope, the pokey 2.0-liter stays put. No hybrid, no turbo. Just the same slow but reliable setup. Fuel economy hasn't improved either, and neither has cabin noise, two areas where the HR-V could really use some attention. It's still a bit louder than some of its key rivals like the Hyundai Kona or Subaru Crosstrek, and not quite as efficient either. So why didn't Honda do more? Simple, they didn't need to. The HR-V is currently ranked third in its class, according to Motor Trend's Ultimate Car Rankings. It's already a strong performer in the subcompact SUV space, and clearly buyers like it the way it is. Honda knows this, and instead of overhauling a formula that works, they chose to leave well enough alone. And honestly, that's not always a bad strategy. In a world where automakers often make changes just for the sake of it, there's something refreshing about Honda saying, "Hey, it works. Let's keep it simple." That said, these updates do come at a price. The 2026 HR-V is now a little more expensive across the board. The LX trim jumps by $1,145, now starting at $27,595, including destination. The Sport increases by $845, and the EXL by $895, topping out at $32,945 if you go for all-wheel drive. So let's sum it up. The 2026 Honda HR-V didn't reinvent the wheel, and it didn't try to. Honda gave us new wheels, a couple of new colors, a better screen, and more standard tech. But under the hood, same old HR-V, same power, same engine, same vibe. It might not be exciting, but it's familiar, it's comfortable. It's a little better than it was last year, and that's enough for a lot of buyers. So if you're looking for a stylish, tech-packed, reliable subcompact SUV that doesn't mess with a good thing, the 2026 Honda HR-V still deserves a spot on your test drive list. What do you think? Should Honda have gone bolder with this refresh, or did they make the right call by playing it safe? Drop your thoughts in the comments below. And if you found this review helpful, don't forget to like, subscribe, and ring that bell for more updates on the latest rides hitting the streets. Thanks for watching Shift Path. Until next time, drive safe and stay curious.